Hello guys. Last time I made a live, it was to explain to you why I was a weirdo, what happened to me, and I found myself speaking to you about invisible disease, disability, and DNA troubles. And then I didn't speak to you for some times because of this disease. But clearly everything cannot be explained by the fact that I got this invisible disease, and the consequences, the social consequences of this situation is a bit, I don't know, a bit well, I'm strange, I'm behaving strangely, and I just want to give you some examples because I'm sure you got some strange people all around you, and most probably we can talk about that together. So I just want to adapt to adjust if it's possible. This a bit here is better, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so what's weird about me? It's just because my channel is based on being a loser, talking to you losers, and saying that I'm a weirdo. But for lots of people, being a weirdo is, in a way, it's boasting. You know, it's kind of saying I'm different from the other ones. I'm very special, and you know, it's a bit of boasting. It's a bit of pride. Well, in my case, it's not. It's weird things about me that makes me uncomfortable and makes other people uncomfortable and makes a social life sometimes difficult for me. For instance, I'm grown up, but I got loads of reactions. I often react like a kid, so it sounds nice when you say that, because you stayed very young in your head, you know. But actually, when you're surrounded by grown-ups, when you are supposed to act like a grown-up, and you only react like a kid, and your interests are kids' interests, center of interest, leisures, everything is in your life is just like if you were a kid. It's difficult on the social point of view. And I think I behave like that because as I was always sick when I was a child, as I was often to the hospital, I never had a proper childhood. So I am going to spend all my life trying to live my childhood. I said already, my health problem makes me a weirdo, but you see, it happens in some strange ways. It took me a very long time to have a family and what the society usually calls normal life. You know, when you're a girl, you have a lot of pressure to have a family, to have, hey, hello Raylos. It's not easy for a girl to be different from what the society wants to you, and you have to have a family, you have to have a husband, you have to have kids, and I didn't have all of that for a very long time. And as I had these health problems, all of this was a huge fight for me. I had to fight a lot in order just to have a family. Now I got one, so I'm not such a loser as before. But for a very long time, lots of people treated me like a loser simply because I didn't have a husband, I didn't have a boyfriend, and I didn't have boyfriends or lovers because I didn't want to be a burden for them. I didn't imagine that I could have a long-term relationship with someone, because I was feeling that it was not nice for those people, for those boys, if I was putting a responsibility on them because of that. The fact that I was not I was not a normal girl makes me not really interested in a girl's thing. I'm not very well. I'm kind of girly sometimes, but I'm not really obsessed with girls' things. Shopping, makeup, all these kinds of things. Because I did not have so much girls friends, and I don't do small talk. I don't chit chat. I don't have not a girlfriend, but my friends are not girls. I also have friends who are boys, but they are most of them are. I met them with my husband. They are friends of my husband, and that's it. Hello, Kiki. How are you? Another thing that is weird about me, I don't have normal fears. I know that other people have some fears and some preoccupations, and for instance, I was never frightened about death. Most of the time I don't understand why people are frightened about this or that, and this is socially weird because I can't participate with those fears, and I don't understand. Sometimes it's some very common discussions that people have, and that's normal to speak about that, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in speaking about that. I don't have those fears. So I don't feel that before it was better. I don't have the fear of loads of things that I don't fear aging. I don't fear that I grow old or grey. Most of the time I'm not interested in TV shows. Most of the time I'm not interested in I don't know how it's in English, having fun video for having fun, or even serious videos. I don't get that. So I can't talk about that with other people because clearly we don't have the same interests. Also, I'm always forgetting everything. It's just not that I'm a little bit forgetful, but I'm forgetting everything all the time, and I think it's linked to my migraines. I don't know if I told you I had 2 comas. I had 2 very serious health problems, and I was in the coma, and when I woke up, I had kind of an amnesia, not a real one like you forget everything, you forget who you are. I never had that, but I had a very big trouble with memorizing things after that. And I didn't want to use my memory because it was causing headaches, horrible headaches at the end of that. So the same thing, I got concentration problems. I am allergic. I got migraines. I was to the hospital loads of times. I say that and I smile with it and I laugh with it, but because I don't want people to feel embarrassed with that. But it's difficult for me to be like everyone in this situation, because some people, they just flee when they see that, when they know that. When I say that I'm not interested in common issues for normal people, I'm interested in stupid themes and subjects like science fiction, drawing, fairies, mythology, magics. This is a bit ridiculous. I like to play video games. Whereas I'm a girl, so I shouldn't play video games. I know I shouldn't say that, but I feel that I am kind of smart and clever. I can be clever, but it doesn't show. You wouldn't notice. I'm very shy, and most of the time I can have really stupid reactions. So you would, if you would, if you see me one day, you're not gonna think that I'm very clever. And I spent my whole life thinking I was a burden, thinking I was stupid, and I discovered and it was really up to a point where my parents were really disappointed in me after my coma. When I told you I was in the coma, and when I woke up, I had really, really huge brain problems, and my family was really disappointed in me, thinking I was a failure, thinking I was a loser, and so on, and that I could do nothing no more, since something in my brain was broken. Okay, and actually the doctors, after the coma, they made me they gave me psychotechnical tests in order to evaluate my loss of capacity, intellectual capacity. And this is at that point that they discovered, well, I discovered too, that I had high IQ. I don't know how you say that in English, that I was smart, and that I was smarter than lots of people, but really in my common life, really it doesn't show. And I'm not boasting about that, because I never I know I can solve some psychotechnical tests easily, but in my common life, I'm a burden, and I'm not adapted to the common society at all. and I know I'm annoying the people all around me. So that's what makes me a weirdo, I think. But in the other side, I'm very adaptive. I think I can adapt to everything and everyone because I was forced to do that. So I'm very soft, I'm very shy. When I see that someone wants me to behave to such a way, I'm going to behave the way he wants me to behave. I'm not going to manage to do it absolutely right, but and that's partially why I'm constantly struggling, because I've struggled all my life to fulfill the social standards. So I'm a player, I'm always playing a role. But it's not that I don't want to be natural and I don't want to be me. I'm just beginning to play a role when I see that you are upset, fed up, and annoyed with me being me. So I stop being me and I begin to be the person you want me to be. But it makes me very uneasy. It's hard for me, and that's the reason why I'm not going to be your friend. You're going to find that I'm nice and sweet and that I'm a good girl, but I'm not going to try to be your friend. And that's the reason why I got so many friends who are girls, and I waited so long to have a husband and to build a family. It's because I was not feeling comfortable ever, because people were waiting for me to be different. And when I was natural, they were really thinking that I was a weirdo, and they were really upset with me about that. I'm way too calm and too nice with people. I'm I'm too much shy and silent. I'm often tired because all these social behaviors took all my energy. And I have, as I've been to the hospital many times, because of my health problem, I have lots of scars on my body. So, when you're a teenager and a young adult, it's been a problem for me with boys because I didn't want to show. I was not afraid of my body, and I was not afraid of the other people, the boys' body, but I was intimidated in showing my scars to everyone and to people I didn't already know very well, because inevitably they were going to ask me questions. Why did you undergo surgery? Was these operations about? And it was a bit too much to begin a relationship with such a heavy issue. And also I'm not really a practical girl. I'm always lost when I have to do a specific task. I can't concentrate enough to make it. So for all those reasons, you see, I'm not boasting when I say I'm a weirdo, and I'm not saying that I'm a weirdo in a cool way. Nonetheless, I hope that we are going to be able to think about things more fun and more pleasant soon. and that my health is going to be better, because for 2 months I made nearly no videos, or just small shorts, and it was already because I got such a bad health. So okay, I hope now I explained everything about me being a weirdo, and I'm not going to have to justify myself and justify why I'm saying that, because now I think you know. And next time I hope we're gonna have a more funny subject to talk together. See you later. Bye bye.